Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Aurora 4X. I continued playing a little bit and mainly got some research done, but the most important point is that the wormhole has moved from Munich to Hamburg, which means two things for us. First of all, there's a perfectly colonizable planet in Munich. We'll take a look there. I'm not sure if there are precursors or anything else around in Munich, but I'm willing to risk the small and pretty slow colony ship, which has orders to move directly to Munich A3, which is a perfectly habitable planet. We'll see if it survives or if it gets shot down. In addition, the American fleet guarding the Munich jump gate is completely useless. Hamburg is a gate that has to be guarded. Research. As I mentioned, we got a slightly better... we improved our research and got a slightly better fire control. Still nothing to write home about, but we got better range and better tracking speed here. So this might help. At the moment, the key research we're waiting for are new Gauss turrets, which should be completed in a couple of months. And once those are finished, we'll put them onto our Blüchers and have a slightly, but really only slightly better chance of engaging the alien missiles. Most likely we still lack the range to actually engage precursor missiles. Let's take a look. Not fire control. There should. 600 if they're moving at about 65. Well, we have a chance to fire at them, but hardly a chance to hit them. Okay, our fleet is currently, part of it is still training. This is our force carrier, which we will need in order to switch forces which are sitting at the jump gate. And our carrier task force, part of it is currently overhauling. The Sturmvogels here are in overhaul, but most likely I'll send out the Derflinger. Yeah, most likely the Derflinger with our with some sensor fighters and the Adler fighter bombers, because at the speeds our other ships are able to move at, they would have no chance at all to catch the invaders once they have left the jump point. So essentially they will get one shot and that's it. And due to the invaders' speed and their armor, it's very unlikely that the lasers will be doing enough damage to stop them. So our main hope here would be the fighter bombers. Okay, but for now let's continue. In addition, I sent the geo-survey craft to Munich as well to take a look at planet A3 there. And this 923 is our small colony ship. Okay, we're building as a transport, that's nice, which reminds me, I had completed pre-building some engines here for another Scharnhorst and haven't started construction yet. Construction Scharnhorst at task, yes. Weld is still a problem. Otherwise, I would love to build some additional Büchers, even though they will be refitted soon, but at the moment that's a luxury we can't afford. It will be interesting to see if the civilian colony ships are getting any news about a very viable planet being in Munich. Now that I've established a colony there, we'll see. So let's switch to Munich. At the moment it's still alive, that's good. Sturmvogel have completed refitting on Earth, so let's continue refitting the other ones. I did refit the yard here, but due to it we would still be able to build the older Sturmvogel, but there's no need to do it, and it's actually kind of annoying that it still shows up here. So we want to refit Sturmvogel old. I'm not sure if making the old Sturmvogel obsolete might help with this. Obsolete close. Let's see. Manage shipyards. Yeah, it works. Okay, that's nice. And another thing I wanted to show you, which is not very important due to our still fairly small empire here, is a movement option. When you click show all pops, you're actually shown all planets which have colonies down here, and you just have to click on one of them and then the game automatically calculates a route to the planet, which can be very helpful if you have a couple of planets which are more than 2 or 3 jumps apart, so you don't have to click each time and don't have even to look for the best route manually or here in the galactic map, which can get hard if the whole screen here is filled with planets. So it's a very nice feature which helps a lot with larger empire management. I'm a little bit afraid that Munich R3 is housing precursors, since the planet is looking simply too good to be true. At the moment we are still alive. No precursors, otherwise we would have been dead by now. That's good. Okay, so I'll pause and be back if something interesting is happening here. Oh, we got another civilian freighter. That's great. That's one of the most important civilian constructions out there. Let's just hope that it will not be rammed to death again by another invader scout. Our geoship has completed the Serra of Munich 3, and as we can see, there are alien ruins on Munich, which looks very interesting again. Defense boost by 90%. This is great, especially for armor, and armor is very useful. But our Xeno team is still stuck trying to decipher the alien language here on Berlin. So it might be a while before we get to take a closer look there. Otherwise, let's take a quick look at the minerals on Munich, but what I've seen here, decent quantities, but abysmal accessibility. Oh, decent uranium actually. But then the rest is nothing to really write home about. Titanium, okay, but the uranium is not bad. Very nice. And another break. And one thing I've completely forgotten, our salvager arrived at the wrecks in Berlin. So let's salvage us some hopefully nice and juicy tech here. And concerning salvagers, we don't need to do it since there's no research station here. But it might happen that you're in a system and have a research station where you're salvaging ships. I'm not sure where it is actually. Let's take a quick look. And the normal thing for a salvage ship is to download any information it has found to the here it is, to the research facility in system. But most often you do not want this. You want the research information in your main research facility, in this case, or my case here, Earth. So if there was a research facility in the system where the ship is salvaging, it makes a lot of sense to click this button and only unclick as soon as you have returned to your home system and really want to download the data to the research station. But let's salvage. Okay, I want to start with the known classes, since it's very likely that the US and the Chinese have lower tech and try to save the higher tech from the unknown craft precursors for later on. The transport here has to join the salvager in order to be able to receive the salvage components. Otherwise they're simply lost. So task group Gaia join, add move, and the Gaia itself should salvage wreck number 844. 800 Long Beach class salvage. I put the best factory captain we have onto the Gaia because factory production is a bonus to the speed of salvaging. And as you may have seen when we entered the system, I put another transport down here because the transports are slower than the salvager. I try and okay, and due to this I'll try to play with a kind of relay system here. So try to fill up one transport ship up to a certain point, and once all the wrecks here are salvaged, it either moves back to Seoul and unloads its cargo, or it moves to another wreck hub and waits there for the salvager while the salvager moves to the second place here and starts to salvage the ships, and then repeats the process till the transports are filled up or all wrecks are salvaged. I just want to take or show you what kind of stuff gets salvaged. Let's hope that there's anything interesting. First of all, I got a skill increase. Some minerals, this is fairly normal. We got gas-cooled fast reactor technology from the wreck and thermal sensors. And all of this has been loaded into the cargo hold of our transport ship. So, not really what I've been hoping to see here, but better than nothing. So the next one is the 846, and then the Coon's most likely civilian ship 843. 846, 843. Rex. 846 and 843. For giving all orders, there's another tip. You can use shortcuts to add the moves here. In this case, Alt A means add move, so essentially you just have to click what you want to do. This can help a lot with more more complicated orders. So you just can click or press Alt A instead of having to move the mouse and click around here. So just 1,500 of our cargo space has been taken up, but we haven't really found anything here. Okay, and another break. Well, no rest for the wicked, it seems. Another banger just appeared from the Hamburg jump gate, so another scout craft. And the good news is our civilian colony ships have realized that there's a very juicy target in Munich, but I'm afraid that the banger might be about to realize that our poor civilian colony ship is a juicy target as well. So let's see what happens here. Okay, it seems like the banger just entered Hanover, which is not good since this is where our colony is. Hamburg, no, that's a wormhole, yeah. And there's the wreck of the latest banger, and I've a pretty bad feeling about this poor civilian freighter here. I'm afraid the banger will ram it again, like its predecessor, but maybe it's smart enough to learn from what actually happened to its predecessor. I doubt it, but we'll see. Fairly long turn. Oh, we completed a survey, that's nice, and found additional iridium. Yep, that's nice. So let's reassign or teleport the Geo team again. Disband team. Mercury, no. With a skill, I try to stick to small planets or asteroids at best, since otherwise it just takes ages till such a team has completed the survey. Survey bonus, mining bonus. Yeah, let's take another look at everybody. Copernicus Fort Survey, yeah, okay. Fleet Headquarters, Fleet Training, Captain 2 valuable, Scientist 2 valuable, Training, Scientist, Maybe, surely that one. Yeah, okay. Nope. We will keep to the low level of our geo team here. No worry around it at the moment. Create team. And continue. With a bit of luck, the surveyor is doing what it's supposed to do, surveying, and not ramming itself into other ships. Salvage of Pegasus completed. This looks better. Sensors. EM Tech 8. We have better tech than that, but we have lower thermals, so that's nice. We know that they're using ion drives, and they have this was a jump ship. This is nice as well, so we should be able to see. Was an US ship, Pegasus class. Yeah, we know some tech data due to salvaging, and as I mentioned in an earlier Let's Play, it's written down here. So let's continue. Yeah, still has another order to salvage the Kuntz or whatever it was. Since it seems like we will not see another ramming attack, I take a break again. So the Gaia completed its salvage, and now it's time to detach the transport from the task group. Currently the max speed is 1.4K, and with the transport detached. Okay, now we got the transport, so let's take a look where to send this one. Wreck, unknown wreck. 862 looks good, too high. So move to wreck 862. And the Gaia itself, now moving at 2.1 again, we'll move to wreck 859 and start salvaging. So wreck 859. We start with send message. This can sometimes be nice because it will produce an interrupt. I'm not sure if interrupt would be produced otherwise by starting salvaging, or in fact I know it does not. This will produce an interrupt because we want our transport to link up with the Gaia before the salvage is completed. This is fairly useful as well when you are moving through a nebula, because sometimes the ships go up to their original speed by themselves after being slowed down by the nebula. In other cases this will not happen, so I like to send a short message when one of my ships leaves a nebula in order to know that I should take a look at its current speed, if it's back to normal or still slowed down due to having moved through the nebula there. So let's take a look at our battle task group. 100% on the Hipper, that's nice. And the rest should refuel soon. So move to Earth, refuel, supply, begin overhaul. Fairly large ships, Chinese head here, but most likely battleships. We'll see, because if it's a civilian transport, it will be salvaged in about 2 days. If it's a military ship, it will take, due to this bonus, about 13 to 14 days, I think. Okay, it's a military ship. And now, here's a message. Salvage. Normally I more likely should have told it, link up the transport. Task group, Gaia, join. This will be quick, since we will get a message that the transport joined up. Yeah. And another break. By the way, I just see the transport is moving up here, so the game determined that it's faster to move to this Lagrange point and most likely use this one in order to get to the Zhuhai than to travel directly. But I dare to say it's not much of a difference. But it's nice that the program is doing this. Just a quick look at what the salvaging of the Ming gave us. So this was a beam ship, lasers, fire controls, iron drive, turreted beam ship as it looks like. Okay, let's continue. And another quick salvage update. The Zhuhai is obviously a missile carrier and anti-missile missiles at that. They have some ECMs, decent fire controls, and again Terminal 8, which we will be able to use since we are at 6. Do we even have Terminal 6? No, we don't even have Terminal 6 here. So that will be useful. Okay, we finished researching the new quad Gauss turret, and in the meantime I've sent in a part of our carrier task force to take a look at the Hamburg jump gate. Essentially, I've only put our fighter bombers, a couple of heavy fighters, and a single low resolution or resolution 1 fighter scout on it, because either we are able to eliminate the enemies at very close range or we'll die. As I mentioned before, it's that simple. The rest of the fleet, namely the Derflinger with a couple with the Blüchers and a couple of FACs, and the remaining sensor fighters are staying at Seoul and waiting for the completion, will still take a little bit, of the task force training of the 3 other fighter bombers and our 4th carrier here. In addition, I've seen something interesting. It looks like the neutral population, which we've sent in here by one of our own colony ships, is kept apart from our regular population, which is being brought in by the civilian colony ships here. I would have thought that the population will mix up, but I recall Steve saying that there are some problems with the populations and he's limited in joining populations and other things by the way he programmed the game. So this might be why we are seeing the different, or the 2 different populations here. Okay, with our research completed, let's take a look at the fire controls. I put the new fire controls already in here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, the new missile fire controls are here as well, so we just need to put in the new turrets. But just to be sure, how large can those beamfire controls be? Blücher 2.1, component summary, size 2 for a range of 24 and 12,000 speed. Size 2. Design, beamfire control, 4 times the speed and normal range. Yeah, 24. Since I want to be able to use those Gauss cannons offensively if the opportunity arises, and they have quite some range, so it's not necessary to stick just to point-blank missile defense with them, but they can be used offensively as well. So let's take a look here. March 34. Okay. Energy weapons. What do we want next? Better laser focal size would be nice. Better turret tracking speed, but here we can trade tracking speed for additional weight, so it's not that important. But I want better laser focal size. 10%, no, just 5 laps. 5 laps, November. We want some additional range and better civilian economy. It's too important. It keeps hampering our growth here. We are growing, but it's nothing to write home about, and I'm not using all the shipyards, so that's not good. So back to our ship. 12k. That one. No, we want to build some turrets first. Our new Gauss cannon, 12k tracking speed, no armor, quad. Yeah, create. Size 3264. I need, naturally, since the cost is high, the laps for... No, I just did it. I'm stupid. I'm a little bit confused here again. So let's delete this one. I just built it. We just have to update our design. Yeah, old Gauss turrets. So those two will be replaced by our new turrets. Yeah, same size. Still looking good, no errors, and new active sensors, the new missile fire control, the new beam fire control, the new Gauss cannons, old magazine and missile launchers. Yeah, this looks fine. So close and retool the art. If we even have to retool it, but seems likely. No. Yes, since the new one is a Mark 1.1. February. So this will take a little bit, but we should be able to speed it up if we are able to pre-build a couple of Gauss cannons, but I'm already pre-building iron engines here for attack, since our fuel situation got worse again. And while I would love to send the neutral humans to Munich, I just lack the fuel to do it, because I'm not sure how much action the military fleets will see here. So We want some fuel harvesters up here as soon as possible. So no pre-building of the gas. And actually, I think this is a pretty good time to end this episode. We'll see what happens next time. So, okay, thank you for watching. Another quick salvage. ECM. Okay, yeah, as I said, thank you for watching. Bye bye.